Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is your girl, ℚ𝒃𝓁, coming to you live from New York City. Super excited to be here. I am the CEO and founder of the D with Speak. I am a business coach and trainer in these streets. I am a digital marketer and social media strategist, and I teach and train small business owners, good, the bad, and ugly, about being a small business owner, being a home-based business, and working in direct sales, independent contractors type of types of businesses. Jesus, can't get the word out of my mouth. Gosh. So, prior to getting started in business for myself, I was a high school student working in corporate America, and I got to the point where I didn't want to deal with the corporate climate. I didn't got the headspace to deal with the he said, she said. I heard through the grapevine, I don't want you working here because I want my cousins to take your positions, type of fool shenanigans. I'm not here for it. So after working in corporate America at the age of 15, 16, and 17 years old, I constantly got hired, and fired. Now, you may be asking, why did I get fired and why did I get rehired? Same questions I asked. What I noticed was that every summer break, winter recess, let me adjust Instagram for a minute. Summer break, winter recess, spring break, and any break that we had in school, I would constantly get let go all of a sudden. And then when the break was over, guess what? They'll call me, ask me if I come back. So by the time I hit 17, I was like, okay, I was trying to figure out whether I'm going to stay in New York City or go to school or go out of state, because like if I have a job, then more likely I would stay here. But if I don't, then I'm ghost, right? So what I noticed was when I asked my manager, like, what happened? Like, why I constantly get hired and let go, to hire, let go, and hire, let go? And she would say, oh, because, Susie will say some crazy stuff, like she'll chirp in everybody's ear to get me to get fired. And then she'll recommend someone going, so she will recommend one of her nieces, her nephews, or her cousins. Now, mind you, think about your mindset when you was in the teenager. Think about your work ethics as a teenager. Many teenagers want to go outside, play with their friends, don't even want to clean up their room, barely want to go to school, right? So you're not in the headspace of working in a legal department of a corporation to the level and standards that they have. So what you think what constantly happen to those people she will recommend? They wouldn't want to do the job. They'll botch the job. Like, how you mess up photocopying and file it? Like, it was really that serious. So they'll mess that up. And then guess who they'll call? They'll call Nikki to come do the position, because guess what? Nikki actually did the job. So after noticing that, like, people are quick to make a decision based on someone's running their mouth without even fact checking, I made the decision, like, I'm gonna have my own business, I'm gonna have my own company, so that way I can have control over my income, because I don't have the headspace to deal with somebody, making stuff up about me, trying to get me fired just so they can have someone else take over my position. Make sense? So I did what most normal people do. I went to school, I got a degree, I took 21 credits in college. I gave birth to 2 kids while in college, one during finals week when I was getting my associate's degree. The second son was born when I started my junior year in college to get my bachelor's degree. And I graduated back in 2008, 2009, right when the recession hit. So you can imagine the frustration with putting all this time and energy in this degree, putting all this time and energy in going to school, and then turn around and I can't use it because now everybody's losing their jobs, corporations are closing down, and it's like, are you kidding me? Now I got kids, I got a husband. It's like the whole reason for my husband was holding the household down while I went to school so I can get a good, decent enough job so we can, like, start our lives together. Yeah, that ain't happening. So at the time while I was in school, I was working with a network marketing company. I was selling cosmetics and skincare products, and I was just doing that while I was in school part-time because I couldn't get a job while going to school, which is crazy because at the end of the day, it's like I'm only going to school 2 days a week. Two Monday, Wednesdays, or Thursdays and Fridays. Monday, Wednesdays, or Tuesdays and Thursdays. Those are 2 days a week I went to school. So you can imagine the frustration when I can't get a job. It's like a part-time job. They wanted me to work 15 hours a week, But at the same time, they wanted me there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, which is stupid. Really? You're crazy. So, because I could bang out 15 hours in 3 days, 5, 10, 15, right? But you want me to do 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. I ain't coming in there for 3 damn hours. That's like 2-hour commute. And then I'm there for 2 hours, an hour, 2.5 hours. And I'm no. So when the recession hit, it was just like, you know what, damn this, let me just go ahead and work this network marketing company more full time. So once I started actually investing my time and energy into like the network marketing company and made the decision to promote to a leadership position, I started hitting on the bonus pools. I started being number 1 in sales, number 1 in recruiting. You know, I started hitting all the prizes, the recognition, the rewards. I was recruiting the most people, bring like 30, 40 guests to the meeting and things like that. And you know what would happen? Girl, let me tell you. My recruiter, who became my director at the time, was intentionally sabotaging my success because of her ego and pride. I repeat, my recruiter / my director was sabotaging my success in my network marketing company because of ego and pride. Now, I would show up to the meetings without you begging me, without you pleading me, without you bribing me, without you stalking me. You didn't have to coerce me to work the business. I showed up independently. I brought guests independently. I recruited people independently. People signed up. They placed orders. Things was happening, right? She was making 36% off of my earnings. So if I would do like $10,000 in sales in a month, and I did about 2 to 3 at that time, let's say 10,000 for argument's sake. If I did $10,000 in sales, she'll walk away with $3,600 profit. No questions, hands down. Easy money, right? That's somebody rent. What? Or for one person, the only one working. What? But you know what this little heifer would do? She would call my recruits and be like, don't listen to Nikki, listen to me, I'm your recruiter. And then people got caught, you know, and then she'll discourage them from wanting to work or show up because she started to do some stupid shady stuff behind the scenes. And I'm like, that shows you how crazy, how extreme greed, pride, people being petty and vindictive can do, because remember, she's getting paid off of whatever I place in the company. Anytime I place the order, she get a commission off of that, hands down, rain, shine, sleet, or snow. I was the only person really working. I'm doing like 5, 10, 50. I'm doing the highest sales I did in one month was $36,000 in retail sales in my network marketing company, and I was the number 1 out of the whole entire company. I didn't even know. I just happened to see my name in a magazine. I was like, oh shoot, you know. So for my recruiter, who was my director, who's getting paid a percentage of my earnings, to intentionally sabotage my efforts, my work, my resources, my credibility because of ego and pride, you can tell she's bat freaking crazy because she's shooting herself in the foot by messing with her own money. You know what I mean? So the reason I became who I am was primarily because when I was in my network marketing company, I was in it for about a good 8 years, but you know, and I switched out a few times, is because I didn't get help. You ever, I mean, say you join a network marketing company and they be like, oh, we're going to teach you everything you know, all you got to do is show up, all you got to do is put the products on people's faces, blah, 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 blah. The product sells itself, right? And then at the end of the day, it's like, I'm doing it. I'm bringing people. I'm showing them, where's the money, you know? And that's when I started really investing my time and energy and resources into like learning marketing, and not just how to promote the product, but how to negotiate, how to overcome objections, how to follow up and follow through with results, how to pitch products, how to promote to people, how to speak to people, how to build rapport and relationships with people, and all that fun stuff. So I spent probably close to $500,000 on education, because I went to conferences, I went to conventions, I went to seminars, I went to telewebinars, I bought DVDs, I bought CDs, I bought MP3 downloads, I bought MP4 downloads, I've used to spy on people's conference calls and listen in on what the top directors were doing in my company. I used to go to other people's meetings all over New York City and even in New Jersey. I used to fly to Dallas. I used to fly out to Houston. I used to fly to Atlanta. I went a whole lot of places to learn from these top experts. Why? Because one, nobody was showing me what to do, especially people within my organization who's supposed to show me. They didn't show me what to do. And when you try to, and if you go to, if you've been in network marketing, you're familiar with this process. You go to a meeting, they have the top speaker speak, and they'll tell you their story. You're like, oh my God, that's amazing. And then you ask them a particular question, like, you know, what did you do particularly? And they be like, well, listen to your director, or talk to your recruiter, or your upline, whatever the term is. I say recruiter, director, because that was the term that we had. They'll brush you off. And I'm like, you tell me I spent all this money, sat here, listen to you talking to you, not gonna tell me what you did? Go back. I got time for this. I got time for this. So I started getting training outside of my organization. And this is where I learned all the skill sets that I have now that I've been executing, you know, and it got to the point where this is how I became like a business coach, because I was coaching my team in my network marketing company. I used to make the workbooks. I used to make the training guides. I used to do the business conference calls with them. I used to take them to events with me and have them work with me. And I used to give them leads. I used to make scripts and like follow this script and just read the script and follow the instructions that I wrote in here so they can get sales. Like I bust my behind to make sure my team was winning, you know, but it got to the point I just got tired. I got tired of fighting. I got tired of this girl trying to sabotage me. I got tired of like constantly people coming to me with some BS that they heard her say about me. And it was just like, you know what? I just had to take a step back. So I did, you know, unfortunately, I just had to leave my network marketing company because I just got tired of fighting. Like, why? Anyway, fast forward, she ain't a director no more. Woo! No surprise there, because karma is real in these streets. So I eventually started taking all the knowledge that I learned, all the skill sets, all the experience, and started creating like workbooks, like physical. I wish I had one there. Physical manuals. Hold on, I got one. Like physical, thick freaking books. I would type up, I'll put it in a PDF, I would send it to ℯ𝒃𝓁. I will get it printed, and I sold these. And at the time, I started selling them to other people in direct sales company. And what happened was I made probably over $30,000 in sales just part-time selling it. Now, when I did this, let me be clear on exactly what I did. Number one, I shared my results with people. I had other people try the products for free, and I let their success stories be my advertisement. The only thing I had at the time was the Facebook fan page and a Square account. That was it. And I share this with you. Now, the Square account, I had an e-commerce store. It was an online checkout page. So because I had an online checkout page, people can go on the site, buy the products, and I'll ship it to them. So with that being said, that was my website. And I had the Facebook fan page where I was promoting the products too. So at the end of the day, you guys that are getting started in business or that are in business or procrastinating, I need to have a website, I need to have a logo, I need to have branding, I need to have packaging, I need to have this, and this before I can make any sales, is hogwash. Those are just fake, flat out BS, bull s mother effing excuses. You don't need all that hoop ha blah to make any type of money. Eventually, yes, you're going to need that. But if you're just starting out, you need to first make sure people are actually interested in your products. People are actually willing to pull out their credit card and give you their money to buy your products. You need to test whatever it is that you're selling to make sure people are going to buy it before you spend money on a website, before you pay marketing, before you get a LLC, before you get a trademark, before you get this. Test out your products first to make sure people are going to buy it. Not say, oh, I'll buy it when you get started, or I'll buy it when your website is up, or I'll buy it when you have your website, or I'll come to your event if you have it on Tuesdays, or I'll buy it if you got it in blue. Y'all know that BS freaking excuses people give y'all. Let me rephrase that. Your friends and family members give y'all. Let's be 100% clear. Your friends and family members give you that BS excuse, and y'all buy it. Y'all believe it. And then you wonder why you don't have money. You don't have consistent sales because you didn't really test out to see who's willing to pull out their credit card, type it in their website, type it in the website, and buy your stuff. You have to test out first to your audience who's going to actually buy your stuff before you spend all this money and resources and time and designer stuff and this pretty shiny things nonsense before you launch. Because you do all that and then what? Nobody buys your stuff. And you're like, oh my God, I can't get sales. I can't get clients. People go to my site, but nobody's buying. Because one, you didn't test it out to see who actually buys it. Not the people that's talking, who actually gonna pull out their credit card and buy your stuff. Test your stuff out first. Which is why we came into that's why I came to relaunch the Small Business Bootcamp training, which is a 6-week 30-part video series that I'm putting together. And we're going to do this whole entire training live on Facebook and Instagram, so you can get access to this training. Normally I would sell this whole entire training for $497, but you have access to it for a limited time for free for a whole entire 6 weeks. So you can learn what you need to do to get some money today and earn your first $10,000 in sales and business. Point.
Hey y'all, hey, listen, I am so thankful for Nikki. She could not be here in person, so she was able to give me some great substance from her YouTube channel, The Diva Speaks. So one of the things that I want you guys to do is to go to The Diva Speaks. Hey y'all know who this is. It's Janae. I am the travel vet, and we are talking fourth quarter tips and strategies. Fourth quarter tips and strategies. One of the things I wanted to start out with Nikki was because I wanted you to see the path she went through, right? Y'all, she started out as a teenager working and got discouraged as a teenager working because of the simple fact, she kept getting let go and rehired, let go and rehired. And so who wants to, keep doing it? And that was a constant thing for her. And so then she went on to college because she was like, man, I'm getting into the mind where I just don't want to be catered or, like a puppet because of someone else. This is just starting out. Now, how are you starting out your way in life on this note? But this is something that seriously helped her journey. She went on to college, had children, got married, but she made a decision early as a teenager in her life based on getting fired and rehired that she was no longer going to be a victim of anyone else. She decided that she was going to be her own CEO. And listen, a lot of things that happened is that she became a part of an MLM. And so a lot of people is always like, oh my God, an MLM, what is that? That is a pyramid scheme. Oh, that's for the people at the top. But if you heard her truth throughout the entire thing, in which she said, hey, I had a terrible upline. They did not teach me anything. I was teaching myself. I was making the money, but I had to put the effort in to go to here, to go to there, to make myself into what I needed to be in order to get myself to the next level. Listen, key, point, clue. You have this on your job, 9 to 5. I know I did, where there is somebody somewhere that is not going to like you, period. But do you allow that to stop you? Do you allow that to stop you from going to work? Do you allow that to stop you from getting to your next level of success? I sure hope you put in the comments, no. But not only no, ℏ double hockey sticks, no. Because you are someone's mother, you're someone's father, sister, brother. You have responsibilities, and you cannot allow anyone else outside of you to dictate to you what it is that you need to do in order to succeed in life. Because things will come and go, people will come and go, but you are the constant. And so when Nikki shared that story, and when she was saying, hey, I did not let that deter me, oh my gosh, that was something big. If you missed it, you guys definitely need to look at the replay. If you want to see the rest of it, you definitely need to subscribe to her channel. I am all about helping our sisters in success. That's what Real Talk with Real Woman Grinding is all about. She mentioned that she learned to be a coach in multi-level marketing or network marketing. And that is exactly the truth. You learn to help other people because that's what it's all about, serving others. Yes, serving others. Now, she learned from that she's given all these tips, these tools, these strategies, and she learned, well, maybe I need to put this on paper. Maybe I need to put this in black and white. So hence, that started a whole different stream of income for herself. So she started in MLM and network marketing. Now she's coaching. Now she's a digital marketing consultant, a social media marketing consultant, and she's the owner of a gym. And yes, still she is a mom, and she constantly grinds consistently. If you look at her video, that is her persona in real life. You know, New York City, she is just authentic as you want her to be, and she says what's on her mind, and she speaks the truth to help you. A lot of the things she does is free. You know, she said, look, I invested in myself, and I went to here, I flew to Dallas, and she learned from other individuals. She paid to invest in herself. And a lot of the tools she does is she turn around and give it to others for free. For free, because she knows what it's like to start out small in a business where you can't afford to invest in this or invest in that. So she said simply, as she started out, and I cut it out, what you need to do when you're getting started in the business. What you need to do to get started in the business. Make sure things are clear before you start spending a lot of money. So that way you don't lose out. Not to say you're going to fail, but there's things in order that you need to do. So when we have Real Talk with Real Woman Grinding, it's all about bringing value to what it is that you can do to level up yourself into whatever it is that you're doing. When she talked about that mindset and that driven, that ambitiousness, the perseverance to keep going, that is something you need every day in life. Every day. Every day in life, whether you work in a 9-to-5, whether or not you have a business, whatever it is you do, you need to have that mindset to be able to push through, because life is going to happen. It's going to happen. But what the question is when it does happen, what is it that you're going to do? How are you going to react? How are you going to respond? Are you going to lay down and roll over and just let life go? Are you going to just look up and say, because I'm looking up, guess what? I sure can get up. Most oftentimes, the worst enemy is our inner me. That is the truth. So I hope you guys enjoyed this segment. Again, I'm sorry Nikki could not be here, but I am so thankful that we had her video so I can show you who she is, what she is all about. And if it resonated with you and you want to hear more about it, then go ahead, find her on YouTube. The Diva Speaks, that's her YouTube handle. She's on IG, The Diva Speaks as well. And get in my DM and I'll be able to share that with you as well, okay? So network marketing is hard work, but it teaches you and it gives you to a different foundation to now where this young lady is elevated to a whole different level of success on her own, believing in multiple streams of income, but most importantly, helping others to achieve it. Right? And that's what it's all about. All right, you guys, I like likes, I like hearts, and I definitely love sharing because what, as Glow say, sharing is caring. The hearts is what we like, right? The thumbs up, the hearts is, heart, thumbs up, just in case. Love, thumbs up, and hit that share button. The reason why I say this is because guess what? It's free, right? FREE. It didn't cost you a thing. It might cost you maybe 2 seconds just to hit that button. It may cost you 5 seconds to put a comment, that is it. But it's social digital currency, and that's what we call free. And if you can't support anyone or any monetarily, I always say be able to help them out social dish, social digital currency, which means that it doesn't cost you a dime, but yet still it is still very supportive and it helps. It truly helps. You may not think so, but it does. It goes a long way because social media is all about algorithms and everything. And the more you help someone by giving them a like, a heart, or a share, the more that they're visible, which is then helping their business. That's my tip for y'all today. Again, Ms. Nikki Nicole, the Diva Speaks, coach out of the NYC, digital social marketing consultant, as well as a gym owner, and she has a whole different social media platform on that by itself. So get connected with her. I will introduce you guys, not a problem. Whatever it is that you need, I got you. I got you. Because as I tell people, not only am I your travel vet, but I am your real MVP. So go out there, make sure you wash your hands, wear your mask, stay 6 feet apart out here in these COVID streets. Because why? I love you, and there's absolutely nothing, and I mean nothing you can do but love me back. Take care, y'all, and be blessed. Have a magnificent, thankful Thursday.